by the Supreme Court. They took so from the prison I went to Supreme Court. And the first time I discovered that there had been violence was when the Chief Justice asked me that he said, do you condone this violence? So I had no idea that there had been violence. I expected there would have been protests, but when I was shot, and about 11 of our people had bullet wounds, one of the bystander was killed. Even then there were protests, but there was no violence or there was no arson. So I was quite shocked when I was told by the Supreme Court, and I immediately, of course, condemned it. Because in my 27 years, I've always urged my party always to remain within the Constitution, our right for peaceful protest, but never violence. So as things unfolded, Jeremy, unfortunately later on, we discovered that these people were embedded within us. And the ones who indulged in arson were not PTI people. They were people who were specially embedded within our ranks, and they are the ones who indulged in violence. And since then, we've been calling for an independent investigation, but we're not getting it. Because we can prove, if there was an independent investigation, we can prove that these guys were not part of our party. What did they say about each other? What the establishment used to say about them. So when these people are imposed on a country, and then you see that the establishment is trying to not allow the biggest party to come into power, which means over 70% of people, the choice of over 70% of the people.
On the subject of biryani, do you like aloo or no aloo?
Well, as you get older, so biryani was a great delicacy of mine some 40 years ago. But right now, I'm afraid there are other delicacies that I enjoy more.